Heavy rains brought on heavy flooding on parts of the Sun Coast. We'll take you to one of the hardest hit areas. But that didn't stop the fireworks shows from going off tonight. We'll show you the festivities at Sarasota's Bayfront. Plus, a loophole to Florida's law against fireworks. Your Sun Coast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Heavy rains here before those 4th of July shows tonight with the fireworks. Let's check in with Bob for a look at our first alert forecast. Bob?
Yeah, they were heavy too. In fact, over 3 inches fell in just a short period of time. Tower cam capturing some of that rain moving through the bay. And then things cleared out just in time for all the fireworks up and down west central Florida for the most part without a hitch. We had some light rain at the beginning, but for the most part, all that rain is gone now. We had some big storms, though, that fired up and caused all sorts of headaches with flooding problems. And we saw a lot of that along University and near Lockwood Ridge Road, where we had up to 3 inches of rainfall. But now that's all gone. Things have quieted down. I mentioned the rainfall estimates up to 3.3 inches right there along University. Again, we had some flooding there on some of the roadways, 1.7 at Lakewood Ranch. Look at this, though, in northwest Braden and Harleen and all, they had a trace of rainfall there. 1.7, though, at the south end of Longboat Key, and about 0.6 at Siesta. Venice, Nokomis, even into Osprey, avoided a lot of the heavy rainfall, but Tarpon Point did not at 2.1 inches of rain. Now, this upper level low has been bringing us all the nasty weather over the past 2 days now. This low continues to head off to the west. It will still be close enough to us tomorrow to give us a chance for showers and a few storms, but it looks like that rain chance is lessening down to 40%, and I don't think we'll see as much coverage as we saw today. Here's what's happening, though. The rainfall could still be in the inland areas tomorrow morning to start things off. Excuse me. We have had some clouds now around, and we'll have some clouds tomorrow morning with a few showers, mainly offshore. Those clouds will not bring much rainfall, though. A 40% chance for a few scattered storms. Well, more in the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Well, those heavy rains brought on some heavy flooding today throughout different parts of the Sun Coast. One of the hardest hit areas was at US 41 and 10th Street in Sarasota. That's where we find ABC7's Rick Adams with more details on that flooding in that area. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, good evening. The floodwaters here have receded, but just a short while ago, it was a whole other story. From US 301 to US 41 in Sarasota, cars had problems getting around because of the flooding. Rick Perez was trying to make his way back to Tampa when his BMW just died on him.
All of a sudden the rain came out of nowhere and the street was flooded and we had nowhere to go, and this car is very low to the ground, and we were just had nothing to do except the water came in and then the motor just died.
Perez says his vehicle is being towed up to Tampa. He's thankful he has insurance. A big problem spot is the intersection of US 41 and 10th Street, where water 3 to 4 feet high shut down the road for a while. It eventually reopened in the southbound direction. This made life very difficult for folks trying to get to their 4th of July destination.
I've never seen flooding this bad anywhere. Like, I've been down here since I was little and I've never seen it flood like this.
The flooding in most of the areas had receded quickly. People who live near US 41 and 10th believe the flooding in this area was bad and lingered because of construction that's happening at the boat ramp.
And there's a lot of concrete that's been constructed. A lot of surfaces have now been paved over that used to absorb the water.
And now traffic is moving in both directions, but you're asked to be extra careful out here. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Rick, thank you. Thousands of people enjoyed the 4th of July lining Sarasota's Bayfront to watch a fireworks show over the bay. It's something they've been doing in front of the Marina Jack area for many years now. ABC7's Rick Adams was able to be at that Bayfront tonight while we watched from right here in our newsroom.
Year in, year out, the fireworks over the Sarasota Bay continue to excite people on the 4th of July. This year was no different.
It's just a time to decompress and just remember why we celebrate the 4th of July. It's the greatest country on earth, celebrating our independence, and just happy to be a family, enjoying the city we live in.
Many folks were wearing their red, white, and blue, showing their love for America. Some people arrived at Bayfront Park as early as 8:30 this morning to find the perfect spot for the fireworks, which got underway around 9 o'clock Wednesday night.
We try to get out here at least in between 8 and 9 because eventually they block off that parking lot, and this is a perfect shady spot right on the water.
Yep.
Beautiful view.
Fireworks overhead and
so it's a perfect spot for us.
The Zambelli Fireworks Company says they work at least 18 hours putting together this 22-minute pyrotechnics show. City Manager Tom Barwin says this fireworks show is just another example of what's great about the city of Sarasota.
It's a spectacular show, and it's another, I think, example of civic pride and how much fun it is to live here on the Gulf Coast and especially spend some time in downtown Sarasota. It's a colorful event.
That was Rick Adams reporting. In Florida, the only fireworks that are legal to light up at home are sparklers. Roman candles, firecrackers, and anything that shoots into the sky have been illegal to sell or set off in the state since 1941. But there is a loophole to this law. If the exploding pyrotechnics are used to scare animals away from a farm, they are fair game.
It's probably kind of silly, but I've heard of sillier laws.
But if you do buy fireworks and use them unlawfully, you can face some hefty penalties. Illegally using fireworks is a first-degree misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine. Florida police have said the law is hard to enforce, and in Sparkman's experience, families are always going to find a way to light up the sky on Independence Day. Volunteers will be cleaning up our beaches first thing tomorrow morning. Keeping Sarasota County Beautiful is hosting a cleanup at 9 area beaches tomorrow. More than 150 people have already registered to help out. Now you can help by showing up at any one of those beach locations on your screen tomorrow at 7 a.m. and look for the Clean Up Today banner flags at the main pavilion to register and get some cleaning supplies. Deputies in Punta Gorda say someone purposefully dumped hundreds of gallons of oil along the side of the road. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says it happened on US 41 near Zemmel Road, which is near Borden Dairy and the Charlotte County landfill. Deputies are looking for the person responsible, and Crime Stoppers is offering a reward. If you have any information, call their tips hotline. Sarasota police investigating a drowning that happened in Sarasota Bay today. It happened near Centennial Park and the 10th Street boat ramp just after noon. A witness says he was watching boats go by when he heard a man yelling for help. The victim was brought to the shore where rescuers performed CPR, but he did not survive. Police say he was in his mid-50s, but his name has not yet been released. New developments involving a man accused of videotaping people with hidden cameras in his Longboat Key condo. We learned today that Wayne Nat will have to pay, but he will get to stay in his condo, at least for now. Since Nat was arrested last September, the police department has been trying to confiscate his condo on Cedars Court. But last week, the town agreed to settle its property forfeiture case against Nat for $30,000. Nat has pleaded no contest to 15 counts of video voyeurism. He is scheduled to be sentenced on July 26th. A home was damaged in Punta Gorda after Charlotte County officials say fireworks that had been thrown out sparked a fire. 4 fire engines were called to the home on Paramount Drive around 2:40 p.m. today. Fireworks in the trash started the garbage-fueled blaze that quickly spread, but thankfully no injuries were reported. After more than a century, an American flag now flies proudly at one of Manatee County's oldest veteran cemeteries in Rabonia. This morning, residents from all over the county attended the ceremony commemorating the new flag, honoring the veterans and family members that are buried there. Jewish Family and Children's Services of Sarasota and Manatee and many area residents led the charge in raising more than $1,300 needed to put up that flagpole. Manatee County Veterans Officer Lee Washington says this flag serves as a tribute to the estimated 40,000 veterans living in Manatee County.
I mean, these veterans have served, some of which who have died in service of this country. It's well overdue. We should be able to recognize them, and this flagpole and this flag is doing that now every single day.
Manatee County Commissioner Priscilla Trace was also a guest speaker at that event. Well, a military father surprised his wife and kids today at the Brandon July 4th parade. Luke Mellenthin just finished a year-long deployment and decided to surprise his 3 kids at today's parade because apparently it's a family tradition. He says the hardest part of his deployment was, of course, missing special moments in his kids' lives, like kindergarten graduation and his youngest son learning to talk. Longboat Key law enforcement getting a special surprise on this 4th of July holiday. Marianne Mazzaferro, also known as the Cookie Lady, stopped by the police department and fire rescue and gave them some freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
It's so important nowadays to be able to extend a little bit of friendship and extend a little bit of love and do it through something as simple as a cookie.
And on this 4th of July holiday, we also want to thank the men and women who are keeping our communities and country safe. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, we have an update on the woman who scaled the base of the Statue of Liberty today and how an 11-year-old girl is making light of a shark bite.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home.
Get the right care right at home.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY. Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Well, Bob, we had that rain and, of course, the flooding, but it was nice that it was able to kind of get out of the way before the fireworks.
Yeah, my forecast worked out. I was kind of concerned about it, but it did. I was at the flood at 10th Street and 41 shooting a Facebook Live there and saw a fish, a pretty big one, trying to get out of the drain, which was backing up. More than likely that was backing up because the pump was working near the construction site and backing that water up onto that road. That doesn't normally flood right there. It floods down the road, however, near downtown Sarasota. But I saw a gator, too, swimming through the water, small gator, unbelievable. It was a great show, though. Spectacular shows everywhere here along the Sun Coast. They had perfect weather in most cases. It cooled down, too. This one from Norm Schibel. Getting a great shot there. He invited me out to his Watergate Tower there, and there was Patty and Norm Schimmel all decked out in their, again, 4th of July wear right there. Appreciate the invite, and beautiful sunsets as well. Dave Beachy from Marker 54 getting the clouds cleared just in time to make for some spectacular sunset. Jim right there getting that shot. Casey Key didn't get any rain. Some places didn't. Northwest Bradenton got just a little bit of a sprinkle there. Showers dancing all around Casey Key, and Also, Osprey and Venice didn't get much either. And you can see those storms were heavy at times, though, producing up to 3 inches of rainfall in a short period of time near University and Lockwood Ridge is where the heaviest rain fell. And lots of lightning around, too. And you can see the bigger storms down south near Fort Myers. All that rain is over now. There's that area that had the 3.3 inches as a bullseye right near the airport and also to the east thereof near Northport, to the west near Tarpon Point. Inglewood getting lesser amounts, but all that rain, as I mentioned, is going to the west as a result of this upper level low, which continues to work its way toward the west. No signs of it developing at this time. As it moves further away, our rain chances will lessen somewhat tomorrow, so we won't have as great a chance of seeing that widespread rain, but there's still going to be some storms around regardless, and I think that activity will be trying to push inland as a result of it kind of whipping around this area of low pressure with a southwest wind. We'll see more storms inland, but there could still be a few along the coast. The rain chance dropping down to 40% tomorrow, and Friday the rain chance drops to 30% for coastal locations, stays at 40% for inland locations on Friday. So a couple of quiet days for the most part. Not quiet in the tropics right now. This system in particular is really starting to show some signs of organization at this time. The one just south of Bermuda not doing as much. In fact, that has a 50% chance developing. That's down from 60 earlier over the next 5 days. But this one is bumped up 70% chance developing over the next 2 days and next 5 days. And if it does hold together and become a tropical storm, Beryl would be the name, and it could barrel right into the islands there in about 5 to 6 days from now. We'll watch it closely for you. Not a problem, though. Usually they break up if they're that close to Venezuela. The winds are fairly strong there. 72 degrees right now. We have fair skies, and it was comfortable out there for fireworks after the rain moved through. Rain cool there. East and northeast winds at 6, and the pressure 30-10. And that continues to rise now. High today was high, 90 degrees, and 74 was the morning low. But it's been hot everywhere across the U.S. Still at 84 in Kansas City at this hour. Chicago at 85, 85 in Washington. And look at the temperatures tomorrow. 92 there in KC, and Chicago getting up to 91, Washington 91. And 93 in Boston. So things are much hotter across the central U.S. and parts of the Northeast as well. Well, there's not much rain around. This storm, this high pressure ridge, is really keeping the heat on across the central U.S. and out west. Still that high fire danger exists into Utah as well as in the western portions of Colorado. For boaters tomorrow, looks to be pretty good. If you have the day off, you're going to be some boating tomorrow. Light chop on the bays and inland waters. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet. And as far as the 7-day forecast goes, well, here it is. A 40% chance for scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, less chance on Friday. We get back to the 40% chance on Saturday. That stays with us all the way through Wednesday of next week. High temperatures will be right around 90 degrees with a heat index up near 100. Jacqueline?
Thank you, Bob. An update now on the woman who scaled up the Statue of Liberty earlier today. ABC's Maggie Ruley spoke to some protesters on the ground.
The skies above New York City lit up in celebration. More than 1 million people gathering to watch Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular. But earlier in the day, a different kind of spectacle. The NYPD involved in an hours-long standoff with a woman who climbed onto the Statue of Liberty protesting President Trump's immigration policies.
An unauthorized person climbing the Statue of Liberty at this time.
Before her climb, 7 protesters were issued summonses on Liberty's Island for dropping a banner that read, "Abolish ICE." The group acknowledging she was one of them, but they say her actions were not part of the planned protest.
We would love to talk about the issue and not the action.
Officers with ropes and climbing gear eventually reaching her, attaching a harness and taking her into custody.
Happy 4th of July to everybody.
Amid those political protests, the president spent the holiday hosting a picnic for military families at the White House. Also in our nation's capital,
of course, we got the biggest and best fireworks in the land.
John Stamos returning once again to host the annual Capitol 4th concert. Maggie Ruley, ABC News, New York.
A follow-up now on that viral video of a girl who says she got bitten by a shark. 11-year-old Peyton Force says she was swimming in Myrtle Beach on Monday when she was bitten. She was actually on her boogie board waiting to catch a wave when she says a shark bit down on her leg. Her father, who was in the ocean, saw something splashing near her leg and was the one who helped get her to shore. From there, ocean rescue crews were able to tend to her injuries. Peyton says she considers herself very lucky and won't let this keep her from getting back in the ocean.
That big of a deal because people have gone through way worse with sharks, and next year I'll probably just not go in the water that deep, but I'll still probably go in.
Since Peyton's bite, her family did attend the Ripley's Aquarium, where she actually got to meet a few sharks and take a pretty funny and memorable picture. One Florida family got a personal fireworks show inside their home this morning when lightning came crashing through the ceiling. 12-year-old Gavin Schumacher was sitting in his living room when a lightning bolt burst right through the ceiling. It looks like the strike wasn't a direct hit, but it did make 2 holes in their ceiling.
And a neighbor across the canal saw it hit that coconut palm, must have come down the palm, exploded, shooting up the mud and the water.
It was really loud. I was very scared because it shook me.
The bolt appears to have traveled through the attic, making those 2 exit holes but missing the people inside. Nearly 300 exotic animals have died in a fire in South Florida. Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch in Broward County says some 200 turtle hatchlings died in that Tuesday fire that also killed fish and rare tortoises. Investigators say lightning may have struck the barn, which was made completely out of wood. According to Florida Highway Patrol, the man behind the wheel of this pickup truck was rescued after he landed in a retention pond. Officials say the man was driving his truck Tuesday morning on Jacksonville's south side when he took an interstate ramp too fast. Troopers say the driver made it out of the vehicle and rescue personnel checked him out. Luckily, he was not injured. Authorities are also investigating the death of a Florida man after a bizarre run-in with police. South Daytona police responded to a call about a man breaking into multiple homes. When they arrived, he took off. However, not even a taser could take him down when police caught up to him. Body camera video shows the man spraying pesticide at the officers and then moments later biting the finger of another officer. According to the police report, the man's arms were veiny, his face and body were red, and he was foaming. Officers gave him Narcan, but it did not seem to work. Moments later, they gave him CPR.
Didn't look like it even affected him. He just yanked the wires out and just kept running down the street.
He was arrested and taken to a local hospital where he later died. The medical examiner is working to determine his cause of death. SunPass toll transactions are finally starting to be processed 22 days after an expensive upgrade to the system was expected to be finished. FDOT is thanking customers for their patience as the SunPass customer service system posts millions of transactions in the order that they were made. The state agency says 4 million have been processed so far. SeaWorld pass holders may be getting a big payout as part of a class action lawsuit against the park. Thousands of customers who purchased passes between December of 2008 and 2014 could soon receive a refund as part of a nearly $12 million settlement. Plaintiffs accuse SeaWorld of violating the Electronic Funds Transfer Act when it continued to charge customers for renewed annual passes after fees had already been paid for. If the court approves that settlement agreement, eligible pass holders will receive a check in the mail sometime soon. Sports is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Tonight, Kimmel's a slam dunk.
The only dunking I do is donuts, so relax on that.
With the cryptic Billy Bob Thornton.
I can't tell you.
The always hysterical Hannibal Buress.
It is crazy right now.
Plus, Aloe Black performs. Kimmel, tonight on ABC.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TrueStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Now, sports.
The Rays back in Miami today, hoping for a second win against the Marlins. Take a look at this final play. JT Riddle at the plate, and he launches it deep to right for a solo homer to put the game away. The Marlins take the series with a 3-0 shutout. Serena Williams facing Victoria Tomova. Williams powered her way to a straight sets victory, 6-1, 6-4 in the second round of Wimbledon. Williams is aiming for an 8th title at the championship, but has not played in the tournament since 2016. She has now sealed the deal to round 3. Joey Jaws Chestnut once again living up to his name, winning his 11th title in the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest today. He downed 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes in the July 4th competition on New York's Coney Island Boardwalk. He broke the world record of 72 dogs, a record he himself set when he took home the mustard belt in last year's contest. In the women's competition, Miki Sudo won her 5th straight title with 37 hot dogs. In a sweet response to New York City's hot dog eating contest, the Key Lime Festival, holding its own pie eating contest today. Houston attorney Trey Bergman did it in well under 2 minutes, winning Key West's annual July 4th Mile High Key Lime Pie eating contest. Bergman, the defending champion, defeated 24 other people from around the U.S. today, devouring a 9-inch key lime pie smothered in whipped cream.
My strategy is very simple. It's the law of ABCs. Always be consuming.
Well, contestants were not even allowed to use forks, spoons, or even their hands, resulting in some very inventive and very messy methods of consumption as they gobbled up the Florida Keys' signature dessert. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto number straight ahead.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Trips to Discover recently releasing a list of their top 12 best seafood dives in Florida, and 2 Suncoast restaurants made the list. The group named Owens Fish Camp and Starfish Company as the best seafood dives in Florida. They say the 2 restaurants focus on fresh boat-to-table cuisine and beautiful waterfront views, boasting some old Florida vibes. Love both of those places.
Got to go to Starfish. I always do. I take a boat there, stop there. Karen Bell, great, the owner. We are looking at some great weather, too, for the fireworks tonight. Here's a time lapse of the not Casey Key. This is downtown Sarasota. This is our tower cam, but showing it right there in just a short period of time. About 25 minutes, and it was a great, great finale, too. Checking that out. Now, the forecast tomorrow is calling for a little bit better weather, not as many storms around. Meteorologist John Scalzi will have more tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Bob. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great evening.